What's good, people? My name is Kyo, and in my previous Sasuke retsuden video, I've covered the top 5 points, right, of what people should be on the lookout and what people, why people should be happy as to having the Sasuke retsuden manga in top 4. But there's one other point that I want to make, and I wanted to make it separately because it's such a huge point in my opinion, and it's also for myself, a little bit selfish, because if you're a diehard Sasuke fan, Sasuke Uchiha fan, I think you would want this to be explained in the Sasuke recoiled domino effect from the fact that Sasuke retsuden is such a popular manga at the moment. Okay, are you ready for it? Because it's a good one. But before I get started, in my number one reason why people should be very excited for Sasuke retsuden is really from the bottom of my heart. I want to say a big thank you to everyone that liked, commented, and subscribed to the channel. Every time you comment on the video, it really touches, and I cannot believe that the channel is growing so fast. I started the YouTube channel seriously about a month ago, and the fact that it's already above 300 subscribers is crazy to me. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. All right, now the main reason why people should be super excited for Sasuke retsuden, because the recoil effect of what it could potentially have on one of the biggest, to me, enigma on regarding Sasuke the character is, how did Sasuke obtain the title of Shadow Hokage? This is a huge thing for me because it covers 3 main points on Sasuke Uchiha the character. Okay, and I'm hoping that we get a movie, maybe a small anime series, or to a minimum some panels, because yes, people can speculate, people can read about it, but it's a different thing if you see it in a movie. Okay, so the number one point why I think it is so important for the character, for us to find out how Sasuke got the title Shadow Hokage, number one, it's because it would give us a good idea of how much Sasuke did during his redemption period after the war. Like, how much did he do to claim that title, to obtain that title, to be given that title? Because to go from a prodigy genin to then almost like a traitor, to then a vigilante, and then becoming a criminal war, and then being excused for his acts, or pardoned for his acts, it's a whole roller coaster, and he must have done a whole lot or something very meaningful that protected Konoha village. Okay, and I think personally, to recover from all his acts during the Naruto Shippuden period, it takes a whole lot, and I would love to see that. Okay, I would love to see that, something that only Sasuke could do. And I have a couple of theories on how he gained it for him to be called the Shadow Hokage. One, I would love for the people of Konoha to bestow him that title, maybe, through a very important act. Or theory number 2 is, it was just a logical title to give him. Okay, and what I mean is, so in every village, and I'm coming from the movie Godzilla, when I take this example, is there's always an apex, there's always an alpha, and there's always an omega. Yes, the alpha can be the omega as well. I'm not saying that it cannot be the case, but I believe that in Konoha, Naruto was regarded to be the leader, and also like to be the top dog. But Sasuke ain't too far behind, and there's a huge gap between number 2 and number 3, right? Because 1 and 2, Naruto and Sasuke, they're fairly even, fairly close. I think that's why Kishimoto wrote them the way they are, because he's trying to make a case that they're maybe not exactly on the same power level, but they're fairly close. And I think there's a huge gap between 3 and 2. And so if the alpha is not around, or just incapable of being there at the moment because he's away, just like in Naruto the Last, the people of Konoha just have to realize that there's only one logical person. Regardless if you like it or not, there's such a skill gap between the top 3 and the top 2, and Sasuke's far beyond, and he's just a logical Omega, and therefore he should be given the Shadow Hokage, because he's right there with Naruto. Okay, so I'd like to know, what did he do to be bestowed this title? Whether because the people just accepted that he's just that good and they depend a lot on him because he did something great, or was it like there was a ranking system and he was just like, okay, you know what, he deserved that ranking, and certain group of people just gave him that title. I think this is number 1, very important, and I would love to see what he did to have that. Number 2, it gives us a good idea of where Sasuke is mentally, emotionally regarding Konoha village. So obviously we all know from Genin, he didn't really care about the village. He was on his mission to take out Hitachi, and when he found out about the secret, he wants to take revenge on Konoha village. And then after the war, he goes on this journey trying to figure out the nature of a village, the nature of ninja, all this. Like, he goes on this journey to pardon, to figure out like how to pay back the village, right, for what he did. And for him to have the Shadow Hokage title, it's a huge commitment, because you're not as loved as the Hokage, but you're still among the top members, to be considered very important, to even sacrifice your life for the village. So it gives us a good indication as to where he is emotionally, what's his idea regarding Konoha. And yes, he said it multiple times that he's willing to die for the village when it comes to like his mission, but I want to see the transition, or I want him to explain it, how he came about it, right? Because for him, Hitachi, his clan was everything. And how did he go to the Shadow Hokage, and to what extent, right? Because he said, if, I'm gonna be your teacher, because if I have to, Boruto, I will take you out. Like, I will, right? And so, how did he reach this perception, this idea, this vision of things? That I would love. So not only it gives us a good idea of what the people think of him, how the people see him, but also like what did he have to do to claim this title, but also, like I mentioned in top 2, is his internal mindset, where he's at, and how did he get there to have the Shadow Hokage position. Number 3, and this is just my personal dream to see, is the Shadow Hokage is a very high position, right? I would like to see it in the books, meaning officially, where he is at in terms of ranking, because we all know Sakura is the medical director, Ino is her own thing, size, Dianbu Black Ops director, leader, Shikamaru is the right-hand man, tactician of the Hokage, the Hokage advisor, Naruto is the Hokage. The Shadow Hokage, what is he? To me, the Shadow Hokage is like the vice president, right? So you will see the true weight of the vice president if the president is incapable of acting as a president, when he's just gone and we need a second commander, right? So I want to know if that's the case. I want to know, how did Sasuke become the Shadow Hokage? Did he have to go through the tuning exam, which we all know Sasuke is extremely smart, so he would just burst through it. And did he have to go through the Jonin exam? Was he at one point in the Diablo Black Ops? And then once he got all those credentials, did he then they said, you know what, he's just good and we rely on him so much, let's put him as a Shadow Hokage in case Naruto is gone, something like that. I think I would love to see that. I think it'd be awesome. So those are the top 3 points, and I would love to see a movie about that, because it gives us a good idea of where he is internally, how people view him externally, and what did he have to do to be bestowed the Shadow Hokage? Or is it just like, an overall popular belief, a popular opinion that, Sasuke, he might be Jonin, but let's just call him Shadow Hokage. Like, I wanted something official, like a proper scene where we get to see how he does it. Number 4, and that's just a bonus because I said there's only 3, but number 4, I would like to know what other villages think of the title of Shadow Hokage, because if I know Hokage, when you go into meeting, is like an official title. You show up, you present yourself, you have meetings, right? Just like in every company, you're CEO, you show up, you talk. It's a huge thing. But if you're the Shadow Hokage, do other Kages respect you? Not in terms of power, because we all know that everybody understands that the top 2 ninjas in the world are in Konoha. But what I'm trying to say is, if Naruto cannot join the meeting, if Naruto cannot be there in person, will the Kage respect the weight of the Shadow Hokage? Or do they not just respect, or maybe even fear him more? I want to see that interaction. I hope we get to see that, because it would be interesting, because it's a period between Sasuke right after the Great Ninja War and Boruto, right? So that's gonna be really cool. Anyway, this is my biggest point. I'm very much looking forward to it. I hope it's gonna be touch a little bit the Shadow Hokage title in the Sasuke Retsuden, or maybe in a movie. I would love to see that. I'm very excited for it, and to everyone that follows it, I'm gonna be making some videos about the next manga chapter. So this is what I had to say on the Shadow Hokage title. If you like what I said, please give me a like, comment, subscribe if you want. Thank you so much for all the support. This means the world to me, and I'll be coming out with more content very soon. Thank you so much for the support, and have a good one, everybody. Take care.